So I saw this pop up and I was going to make a video on it, but then I saw something that I really want to get into. So it's not really going to be about this article per se. It's going to be about the person who wrote it. So one thing that a lot of us have been talking about on our channels respectively is how these people that work on comic book websites, video game websites, even entertainment websites like movies and music, these people, they're not real journalists. They want to use their influence on these platforms to do like activist things. They're not really interested in covering the stuff that they should be talking about, like video games. Instead, they want to say, oh, look, that bad guy's arm, one's too big and the other one's too small. So, they're making fun of disabled people. Or, that person's too brown and he's a villain or something like that. It's an ismphobe problem. Those darn ismphobes that don't like Star Wars. Stuff like that. It's been going on for a long time now. It's become what we now call cancel culture. Just like that guy from SNL that just got dropped from his job recently. You had SNL bend the knee. But one thing we've always said is that these people are activists. So, this is an article about Call of Duty, Modern Warfare, and the realities of war. And basically talks about how this one instrument of war is so bad and it's got to be used differently, that you need to be more realistic with it, even though like every weapon in war is bad, but this one thing is bad. It's really just an excuse for this guy to write an article about, how terrible war over in the Middle East is. That's really what it is, if you want to be honest about it. Now, didn't know much about this John Fipes guy until I got on Twitter and I saw Sophie Narwitz had a thread here. The guy who wrote the IGN White Phosphorus article is a Reset Era board member who also advocates for throwing milkshakes on people he disagrees with. So yeah, really stand-up guy.
I am shocked. Shocked!
So Reset Era, one thing you should know, a lot of people in games journalism, and there's even some video game devs over there. There's a lot of people over there on Reset Era that work in the video game industry. That's why they have so much power. They do a lot of colluding over there, which really shouldn't be surprising. That's been going on for a long, long time. But I want to thank Sophie Narwitz for pulling this all together. You can follow her at SOPHNAR0747. Got a really good Twitter and a good YouTube channel, but she posts a lot more on Twitter than she does on her channel. So anyway, let's go ahead and take a look at some of this journalist tweets, shall we? Take a look at this one. Apparently a few people are upset about this. Let me apologize. I should have thought before I tweeted. Only throw Hardee's milkshakes at ist, and ismphobes. Disgusting trash for disgusting trash. Do not waste delicious Arby's or Sonic milkshakes. And then he retweets himself, which said originally, I'd be cool with throwing a milkshake at a ist dip crap. Gotta change some of the language around. You know how it is. Welcome to YouTube. So he says in another tweet, good morning. These people right here and women are getting taken out for who they are. So please forgive me if I don't give an F about you being terrified over getting a milkshake thrown at you. Let's look at another one. LMAO, if you think effing milkshakes are violence. Another one. I'm really hoping Wolfenstein Youngblood includes a cheat that allows me to one-shot World War II groups with milkshakes. At Bethesda, please. So if you don't know, milkshakes are what people were chucking at politicians, more so politicians to the right, over in Britain recently during their elections. I think it started happening over here. It really hasn't picked up as much, but I really thought this was telling because, well, it shows exactly who these people are. They're activists, not games journalists. They're not journalists. They're activists, using their platforms for influence. That's all they're doing. They could care less about games. They could care less about culture. The only culture they want to be a part of is cancel culture. I find it really telling that the guy's walking around with a big sledgehammer. He's a big dude, too. I guess he used to be in the military, so he says. I'm not sure. He does look like he was, and he did post some stuff. But I'm surprised he came out going so far to the extreme left from his service. That's not usually how things go, but either way, he's still an activist. And this was a really good find. I've never seen it so laid out so well before. So when we see articles like this, what we should start doing is looking up the people and seeing if we can find if they have stuff like this, because it would be a very complimentary piece to the video. Anyway, that's pretty much it. Let me know what you guys think about this. Are you shocked at this? I'm not, but it sure is nice to see it so plain as day, isn't it? Anyway, like, subscribe, share the video, leave me a comment, tell me what you guys think about this. Make sure you are still subscribed. Check out my Twitch, YellowFlash Comics, and I will see you guys on the next one. Peace.